Alright, hello, how's it going, everybody? This is Beneficial Gamer here, aka Ben, and I am here with the good old Pottycast. We got Allie.
Hi.
We got her lovely boyfriend, Prox.
It's 10 p.m. I'm dying.
And we got my good old pal, Noah.
I'm Noah.
And together we're the Pottycast.
Hello.
So,
I feel like going potty now.
Should probably take care of that.
I'm wearing.
You need to mute the mic. We don't want to hear that.
I have to potty, but I got a cast on.
Bro.
What is that? What would that imply? Where do you have the cast, and two, why is it preventing you from going to the bathroom?
You have two on your legs, and you can't sit down without it being awkward.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ. That's why God invented urinals. Even though I hate those things.
I hate them too. I can never use them.
You gotta love how men decided we're gonna create a toilet that's just for us for no reason.
Why do you guys need urinals? Does it really make life easier?
No. There's less privacy, and there's a big majority of people who get what some people refer to as stage fright.
Oh.
Yeah, I have it, and I can't do it. I have to go to a stall.
It's a great review of
And
Potty.
Which it's funny because
The
it's
pee splashes back?
Yeah, sometimes,
yeah.
depending on the urinal.
it's funny
Awful.
because when after the movie, I didn't have to go super bad, but I was thinking I could probably go to the bathroom before I go, but I didn't because the bathroom was crowded. Everyone was using a urinal. There was only 2 stalls, and there was one guy was using one of the stalls, and then the other one that was open was fucking clogged.
Oh, well, that explains why it was open.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, so our main thing for this video is the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
That's a movie that I saw.
Same.
Oh my god, you telling me you saw it? I saw it too.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's joined the repertoire of like the 15 movies that I've actually watched.
So the movie came out, let's see, today's Sunday, Easter. The movie came out this past Wednesday. Noah was the first one to see it.
I was.
And Allie, Prox, and I saw it last night.
I was at work last night.
Yeah, we went like on all 3 of us. We saw it.
Yeah, all
I was
together. We went to the same theater.
Yeah, Allie and Prox flew out to see Ben, and I was
No.
left out of it because I had to work.
No, but I went with my fiance Caitlin, and that was like late at night. That was like almost 10 o'clock my time.
Yeah, no, I checked the messages. You messaged a chat saying that you were in your seat like 2 minutes before I got off of work.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
You were in your seat when I was sleeping.
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, it's been a crazy week beforehand, but yesterday was especially crazy because Kate had to work from 8 o'clock in the morning to 1, and we recently got a new puppy. Her name is Maggie, and
Aww.
we've been taking
Bless
care
her
of her.
That's cute.
Later that afternoon, we took her over to Kate's family's house so they could watch over her, because she's still just a baby.
Aw.
And then after that, we headed all the way to the city to eat Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner. And
As you do.
we were kind of racing against the clock a little bit.
Why'd you go to a sit-down restaurant?
I mean, we got there around 8:30, and they're usually pretty quick, which they were.
Fair enough. I've never actually been inside of a Buffalo Wild Wings. Is it a sit-down place, or is it more of like a fast casual?
It's a sit down place. They got like a bar area, and they got booths, and they have a bunch of TVs with sports events on.
Right, because yeah.
But yeah, back where I lived in Florida, there was a Buffalo Wild Wings like right next to the movie theater. But this one wasn't, but we still wanted to go because I had some gift cards.
Yeah, it happens. At least you're using them, unlike my dad. He'll have gift cards from like 10 years ago that I bet he still hasn't used because he lost them.
Brad.
Yeah. And then after that, like, we hauled ass to the theater. We had to wait in line for what felt like forever just to get some drinks. We brought our own candy because screw spending $3 on some cookie dough bites
Yeah.
when you could just get them for the dollar store.
I mean, yeah. Most of the money theaters make is off of concessions.
But I remember when I got to the theater, I felt my heart pounding out of my chest. Like, I'm ready to freaking see this movie.
Damn.
Yeah. I remember I got there. When I got there, I was there with my siblings. We drove down. And for the first time in what feels like forever, I went to a movie with my brother. And we didn't get there right as soon as the trailers ended. We got there before the trailers even started.
Yo.
We had to watch the damn commercials.
Those are... I don't like those.
Yeah.
It's like when you feel like you're late to the theaters, you get there and they're still playing the commercials. I checked the time right after all the previews ended. Like for the trailers.
Like 20 minutes of previews.
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yep. It works out to be about 20 minutes. So if you go to see the Mario movie, show up to like 18 minutes late. You'll get in your seat right as the movie's starting.
Was it that long for us, Prox? It didn't feel that long, right?
It didn't feel that long for us. It was like 4 trailers and that was it.
Yeah, there was like only 4 trailers for us.
Yeah,
it was what?
Into the Spider-Verse, Blue Beetle?
Blue Beetle.
Oh, yeah.
Some Mexican movie.
It wasn't Mexican, it was Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
that one, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who stars in that, Sebastian, what's his name? He actually plays one of the characters in the Mario movie.
Oh.
He plays that guy at the beginning, Foreman Spike.
Oh.
Okay.
Foreman Spike is Mexican.
I
They're Italian.
Yeah, I like Foreman Spike. His voice was good in the movie, and he had some good lines when he existed in the movie.
I remember I was wondering, like, what the hell does he look like? Like, what is his design gonna be? Because he had never had a 3D appearance before.
Yeah, he's had
not
art
bad.
that depicted him a bit like, more traditionally 3D, but that's about the extent of it.
But yeah,
Good.
So yeah, it was finally when the movie started. Oh my god, when the Nintendo logo popped up and it played the theme, I was like, I never thought I would see that in an actual movie theater.
It was so cute.
When the surround sound logo started, I was like, what logo is this? I've never seen this before. It lasted forever. And for a second, part of me was just like, is this a logo for Nintendo? And then I was like, no, it's certainly not. It's the wrong color.
Yeah. It was the same. It was the same feeling when I went to see Detective Pikachu in the Sonic movies. Whenever, like, the Pokemon Company logo popped up, or like the Sega logo popped up, I was just like,
oh yeah,
I can't believe I'm seeing this on a freaking movie screen.
Or hell, even seeing the Sony logo show up if you or PlayStation, whatever happened, I forget at this point. But if you saw the Uncharted movie, which I thought that came out last year already, was it?
Yeah.
That was the one with Tom Holland?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was alright. That was an alright movie. I don't remember much of it, but it has been a year and I haven't watched it since.
Alright, so yeah, I saw the movie and it was a freaking amazing experience, like the whole way through.
Wait, you saw the movie? I didn't know that.
What? No, I'm just totally
I'm
coming
very-
on here saying, claiming to have seen it.
I'm very disappointed there was
I mean-
no Mario Party meat cube in the movie.
I know there is a scene where Toad was cooking. They could have easily put a meat cube in there.
Yeah, I do. Okay, hold on, just real quickly, because now that you've mentioned Toad, I love how. Was it during his introduction that the Captain Toad music was playing, or was that later?
No, that was his
Oh, no.
introduction.
That was okay, good. That's what I thought, but I loved hearing all of the musical cues throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Instant serotonin boost.
Yeah, exactly.
The music was amazing. Like, some of the
score, the way my friend put it, the score to the film is great, but the soundtrack, aside from the use of like "No Sleep Till Brooklyn," which kind of makes sense because it's the real world. I don't get the licensed music. I don't get it.
I liked it. I thought it was cute.
It's funny because
I like that.
I'm
It's
fine
funny-
with it. It's just like,
it's funny because "No Sleep Till Brooklyn" this is the second Illumination movie that song's played in.
Wait,
They
really?
really like it.
They played it in the first Secret Life of Pets.
Ah, okay.
Well,
forgot
if
there
they
was
have the
even a
rights,
second one.
they're gonna use it as much as they want.
I suppose.
I did like hearing "Take on Me" in the movie. I love that song.
Same.
I love that song too, but the fact that it was a training montage, that the song
That was "I Need a Hero."
Oh, well, sorry, I'm getting songs confused here.
Yeah,
it was during the like Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was when that Kong was driving Mario, Peach, and Toad to the.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I Need a Hero playing during the training montage is hilarious to me because there's this video on YouTube that's like, it's longer than the Mario movie, but it tells the tale of this pirate named Stede Bonnet, and they put a training montage in the video, and it plays that song, and it's from years ago. And the only thing I could think of the entire time, every time I saw Mario fail, was just the guy giving the thumbs down from the video.
I have to see that. I mean,
Such a banger song.
I think I know that they used that song in regular show, and they also used it in Shrek 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
excellent.
Oh my god. Yeah, what's it called? Just speaking more on music as well, I loved how when Luigi wakes up in the Darklands, there was a bit of the song that has motifs of the Luigi's Mansion theme. I loved that. A smile spread across my face just hearing a bit of the music.
I think one of my favorite musical cues, it has to be the scene where they're getting the carts all set up and it plays like a beautiful orchestrated version of the Mario Kart 8 menu theme.
That was so cool.
And then when they landed on Rainbow Road and played the SNES Rainbow Road music.
Yeah. I loved how it played the Mario Kart 8 music for the car creation. But for some reason, after I got out of the theater, when I thought back to that scene, instead, in my head, I was playing the Mario Kart Wii character select theme. I don't know why.
I think I was like, huh. I was like thinking, it's the Mario Kart menu theme. Wait, which one? Is that Wii? Oh wait, that's 8.
Yeah, no, I only realized it was 8 2 days later.
Oh, God.
But yeah, there's so many things you could point out about the music. Like we could talk for a while just about the music itself.
All right, well, what do you guys think about all the voice acting?
I
I
liked
was
it.
impressed. I was impressed by Chris Pratt in the end.
I loved all of them. Peaches took me the longest to get used to, but I got used to it. I liked it too, but
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
popped off.
Anya Taylor-Joy did a pretty solid job. I mean,
Yeah.
it is little. I will say it did take a bit to get used to hearing her. I mean, because she obviously doesn't do the high-pitched Peach voice.
Honestly, if she just raised her pitch just ever so slightly, I think it would have been more spot on. But it was okay.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do.
Now,
Or-
Chris Pratt. Oh, go ahead.
I've just been trying to say, like, the only voice that didn't really do anything for me compared to any of the other ones. The only voice that didn't do anything for me was Seth Rogen. It was just Seth Rogen.
It's funny because that's the voice we used to joke about all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's literally just Seth Rogen doing his
And-
thing.
I don't know how it was for you guys' theater, but both times that Seth Rogen laughed with his very distinct laugh that he has, exactly. Both times that he does that in the movie, the entire theater was laughing. Like, that's how it was for me.
I looked
I
over
was
at Cam like, oh, he did the laugh.
You were
Mhm.
multiplying?
What?
Hello? Who said who was multiplying?
You?
No, I said the theater was quiet.
Oh yeah,
No.
our theater was quiet except for like there was like this little baby at the beginning that was like, I know that, that's Mario. I know Mario.
Yeah, my
And the
theater
mom
was
told them to
relatively quiet.
stop.
She's just louder than the kid was talking.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, that reminds me. My brother sent me a screenshot of a review of the movie. The best part of the movie was the fact that I saw a Saturday matinee. The theater was full of families with kids who gave commentary throughout. When the Nintendo logo came on at the beginning, one kid said Nintendo Switch. Every time Mario was on screen, some tiny voice went, "It's Mario!" After Bowser gave a big speech about destroying the Mushroom Kingdom, the 6-year-old behind me said, "Oh, calm down. I had the time of my life."
Bruh.
But yeah, what I was saying was Chris Pratt. Like the trailers did not do his voice justice.
Yeah.
Like it was actually like his voice was actually.
Dude, especially.
Pretty-
The line "Mushroom Kingdom, here we come." Did he actually say that in the movie? I don't remember.
I think
I
he
don't
did.
remember hearing it.
If he did, I want to say he did. Maybe.
I don't remember him saying it, especially not during the scene that it was in the trailer. But
I
'Cause-
feel like they just threw that line in. Like he recorded it for fun and they put it in the trailer because I don't
Yeah, I
remember
think
in the
so.
movie.
I know, like there were a couple differences, like the opening scene, which was the first trailer, where Bowser says "Open the gates," but in the movie it's "Open the gates or die."
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
like they changed some lines around, and
Which
then they
made
got
it
rid of
better.
some
Oh
lines.
yeah,
that happens.
instead of saying "Who's gonna stop me," he says "Nothing's gonna stop me."
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, oh, that's different.
I was like, I know it's gonna. I know it's a. I was more focused because I was thinking it's gonna cut to the Mario rap.
It really did. I was very happy that it did. That whole commercial is a lot of fun though.
Oh yeah.
And how both of them are doing voices that are closer to the games just for a commercial's sake. I love that.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
It made me happy.
And then it cuts back, and he's like, "Oh, do you think the accents were too much?" And then, what do you know? Charles Martinet pops up.
Yeah. Yeah, Charles Martinet played Jumpman then. At least I'm going to assume that's
I
just
think
what
in
we
the-
call him.
in the
He's
cre-
playing Jumpman.
In the credits, I think they call him Giuseppe.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I like how they
Um,
named him.
Well, yeah. Interestingly enough, though, because after the I completely missed the fact that it was Charles Martinet voicing him when I first saw the movie. Because I was more focused on the background, because I love the Punch Out series. So
Oh, yeah,
all
all
of the
the-
characters. Seeing all the characters in the background, they look
Those-
great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I think those pictures might have been taken from Punch Out Wii. It kind of looks.
Oh no
like
no
it.
no! Those are like most of those, especially Glass Joe, were made for the movie.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
recognize any of the art, but they look really good.
I mean,
Especially
it
the
looks-
picture of Doc Lewis. I love it. I love that.
I have to go back and look through all of that.
hmm
But yeah, so then they meet Four-Man Spike.
Yeah,
Or-
Brooklyn's favorite failures, the stupid Mario Brothers.
God.
And- Yeah, it was pretty cool seeing him though, but he was an ass.
Yeah. But to be fair, that was his role in Wrecking Crew. He was just your rival that was an asshole. Which I like how they adapted that to make him just... basically just make him a bully, because that's what he is.
Yeah, and then they get that call. Which-
Luigi's ringtone being the GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube
logo.
thing. So they get a call and then they run through Brooklyn while it plays No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Oh, I just remember. I don't know why, but I thought it was really cute when they were like, "Yeah, we spent our life savings on this commercial." It's the best thing
Oh,
we
yeah.
ever did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was it called? Oh, what was I gonna say about the scenes? Shoot, man. Oh, yeah. Like, in combination of, like, I'm jumping around here a bit, but combination of Luigi's ringtone being the GameCube logo. Again, the little bit of Luigi's Mansion motif that was when he wakes up. And also, albeit in the background, King Boo exists in the movie and has a design. Can he be an antagonist in a future film, please? Thank you.
Possibly.
I know people are saying that King Boo and the one in Luigi's Mansion are two different ones.
It's questionable. I mean, there's not really anything that says that in the games, but
By the way,
I-
Samuel Jackson's King Boo, make it happen.
the way I've always seen it is like, depending on if he had all that changes is the crown. Honestly,
Yeah.
I just think that the crown corrupts him or gives him power in some sort of way. But maybe that's also just the Kirby fan in me talking because of the Master Crown in that game. But anyway, sorry. Mario movie.
Alright, so they go off, they get that call, they go to that house.
The whole scene of them going there as well is really fun because, like, they run through a construction site and there's a little bit of a recreation of the start of 1-1. And Mario's jumping around and being more acrobatic, and Luigi's just stumbling about. It's a good scene. It's just fun to watch.
I like that little headcanon that Mario's more acrobatic. I
Mhm.
think it's just so cute.
Yeah, and it fits as well, especially if they do a Luigi's Mansion movie, because if you remember Luigi's Mansion 3, Mario's jumping all around after you save him, and Luigi just has to catch up.
He looks so stressed.
He does.
Yeah, so they go in and they talk to that couple who has a it was like their bathroom sink was leaking. And then
There's a picture string in the house. I didn't see it.
oh yeah, there was in the living room.
Is there? How did I miss that?
Yeah, it was, but I mean, it went by pretty quick. I mean, it was. So they go to the bathroom and then they're able to fix it, but then Francis the dog shows up.
Yeah, Francis, who looks suspiciously like Doug from Up.
He does. That would. What if it was like? What if like instead of a dog, it was like a giant, like crazy chameleon?
Oh, or if it was a crab. Yeah, some sort of reference to the Mario Bros. Arcade. in which you stomp Koopas, according to Chris Pratt.
Okay, so yeah, they end up wrecking the bathroom even more because Francis is like chasing them and all that. And then they go home.
Chop his balls off.
Oh no.
Oh no. Sitting in the
They
A
pet
go
little
store.
home.
too aggressive over a broken The bone breaks, but wasn't that like a tree? Like, wasn't he gonna eat it anyway? Why was he so
Yeah.
mad?
Because dog.
Like, and just you're gonna eat it too.
How much you want to bet someone's gonna make fan art of Francis like chasing dry bones?
That'll be cute.
Oh my god.
Anyone
sorry, I
listening
zoned
to
out
that,
for
if you're an artist, you know what to do.
I zoned out for a good second, and when you said Francis chasing dry bones, the first thing that popped in my head wasn't the dog that we were just talking about, because my brain had a reset for a second there. Instead, I was thinking of Francis from Super Paper Mario. I was like, why are we talking about him?
Bruh.
That's why I said, like, what if it was like just a giant chameleon instead?
Oh my god. Oh, that's what you. Okay. That makes more sense.
Now you caught on.
For a second, when you said chameleon, I thought of like okay. Listen, originally I thought of like the enemies from Partners in Time.
Oh,
I was like, well, that's an interesting decision.
that's an interesting obscure reference. That. Okay, so then they go back home, and
Go to
There's-
sleep. End of movie.
Banger movie, 10 out of 10.
then they have dinner with Mario's family.
Mario and Luigi.
Like, finally,
We're
we
not
actually-
talking Luigi.
We actually get to see Mario's family for real.
True, and Mario's dad, who is also played by Charles Martinet.
Yeah, it took me a while to pick up on that, and then he started sounding like Wario. I was like, oh, that's Charles Martinet.
I picked up on it
I did not know
immediately.
that.
Yeah, I picked up on it right away, but that's just because
So,
voice acting is a very big interest of mine. But
So yeah, they're eating spaghetti. Mario apparently doesn't like mushrooms, and Luigi
I love
does.
this scene where he's like picking it off and just putting it on Luigi's plate. I felt that.
That's what my ex used to do. Like, whenever you go to like a hibachi restaurant and get like the vegetables and like they have mushrooms, she hates mushrooms, so she used to give them to me.
I don't know how I feel about mushrooms. I've never actually had them. So I guess I'll
I
figure it
love
out someday.
mushrooms.
Same.
Actually, wait. I guess I'll figure it out in June because I'll be at Universal Studios Japan. So I'll try the Mario burger that has mushrooms on it.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, they also
if-
got the Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl.
That is also true, but I think I'll get the burger and a couple of the desserts because, Lord help me, I'll probably never have them again for years.
It looks like they got a better menu than the Hollywood one.
Yeah, I mean, there's some crossover, but you know, different area of the world.
Yeah. Okay, so
Where were we?
so yeah, they were having dinner. They were talking about the plumbing business and all that, and then they walked off. Then it cuts to Mario playing Kid Icarus.
Oh yeah, no Kid Icarus movie for you.
And then the news came on, and it was like there was like a major flood in Brooklyn, and Pauline actually made a small cameo.
Oh
That made me
yeah.
happy.
Yeah, speaking of her as well, you have the like after the commercial end, it cuts to the news, and my brother pointed this out to me while we were watching. On the TV, if you're able to read it, the news is about how Pauline is probably going to get reelected as mayor.
Oh, it did say that? I didn't catch that, but so
Well,
she
I
is.
can't read.
So she's the mayor of Brooklyn.
I would assume that is what that means. Yes.
Yeah, I want to know if she was voiced by Kate Higgins. There hasn't been a official confirmation on
Really?
that. I mean, she might have been uncredited, but
Just like Grant Kirkhope.
That was so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like the two songs that were like from games, the Fury Bowser theme and the DK rap, it just says from this game. It doesn't say like who wrote it and composed it.
Yeah. It sucks, but that happens way too often.
Illumination, learn how to credit video game music properly.
That's just a Hollywood thing in general. Hollywood needs to learn to credit people properly.
Yeah. It's the Hollywood credits are rough.
Mm-hmm.
So they go out into the sewers, and they end up. Mario was trying to turn that valve, but then they end up breaking through a wall and they find the warp pipe.
Yeah. Now, if you don't know Mario, the warp pipe is what they use to go underground, mainly, and travel to different parts of the Mushroom Kingdom.
I did see a sign that said 1-2.
Yeah, it kind of makes you look there because it's kind of in the middle of the frame, and also the music starts playing, so you get an auditory cue as well to look around for something.
So yeah, they get sucked in and they get separated. Luigi gets sucked into hell or the Darklands.
Into hell. Welcome to Super Paper Mario.
And then Mario gets sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom where it plays that beautiful choir of the main theme.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no wonder. Sorry, one of the voice actors in the Mario movie, the reason I recognized him was because he played Mike Wazowski in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wait, who is this?
I always forget how to pronounce his last name, but hold on. I'll just post it in chat real quick. There he is, the man.
Oh, isn't that the guy who plays Mr. Crocker and Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life?
Maybe?
Carlos...
I never saw Rocco's Modern Life.
Alizraki, I don't know.
I can't pronounce names.
Same.
But, yeah, I can't even pronounce the guy who plays Spike, his last name. I just know his first name's Sebastian.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Okay, then, Mario gets to the Mushroom Kingdom, Toad shows up, the Captain Toad theme comes in, and then they head off to the place, they head to the castle.
Yeah, I love how they have Toad Town around the castle. It's cute, and it's not every game that Toad Town even exists. It's just the castle and the surrounding area usually, but I do love how there was a Toad Town. You know me. I wish they played music for a Toad Town, like one of the Toad Town themes in
Yeah.
The Paper Mario games that have a Toad Town, which is like 3 of them.
So I think when they're heading to the Mushroom Kingdom, isn't that when it cuts to like Luigi? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And then he gets chased by the dry bones.
Yep.
You just got Luigi'd.
That line delivery is really good. A lot of the line delivery we're just kind of going over, but like, I guess going back to Toad real quick, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad is one of the 2 highlight voices of the entire movie.
Oh yeah, I really liked his voice.
Sorry, one of the 3, because also Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek is really good. He does such a good job as Kamek. But also, I just remembered as well, no one ever says Kamek's name in the movie.
They don't.
Yeah, he's.
You just you either have to already know that his name is Kamek or watch the credits. But yeah, I love the whole chase scene with Luigi and how it ends with him getting captured by Shy Guys.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, something scary is about to happen, and then it goes black, and then you see them.
Meow.
Shy Guys are so cute. I love them.
Also, I know I just remembered as well that, out of all of the movie, there, at least from what I observed, there was one time where Bowser wasn't voiced by Jack Black, and it's because they used one of Kenny James's Bowser roars in the movie.
Oh yeah.
I think it was towards the end of the film, if I recall. But I only ever noticed it once. According to my friend, he said times, so maybe it happens more than once.
That's cool.
That actually is pretty cool. So then Luigi gets captured, and then it cuts back to Mario in the Mushroom Kingdom. And then Toad's like, his brother is going to die imminently.
It happens.
I remember during one of Allie's streams, I quoted that, and she had trouble pronouncing imminently.
Look, she can't read.
It's true. I have a kindergarten reading level.
Oh, that's better than me. I have a big vocabulary, but I don't know how to read. I don't know how to spell half the words I actually say.
Bruh.
And everyone was trying to show her how it was pronounced in chat.
It happens. I mean, you just have to write it out phonetically.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to say it in my brain, and I can't say it in my own head. I'm not even gonna try.
It's like I guess to describe the first part of it, it's just like saying in it, but with M's instead.
Emmett from the Lego movie.
Yo.
Also Chris Pratt. Oh yeah, Charlie Day was in that too. He was Benny, the guy who loves spaceships.
True.
But yeah, so they make it to the castle. Mario's trying to figure out the pipes and shit, and then he eventually makes it to the castle.
And then dies. End of movie.
Toad cooks a meal to distract them, then Mario goes in, gets chased.
I love that they show how useless the Toads are at their job.
They're so cute.
It's a funny moment, but that can also show, these Toads, they're terrible at this. This could be a setup for us showing how Bowser can kidnap Peach in a later film.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Peach, this is where she shows up, and this is where the simping begins.
God.
I don't know.
There have been many times where Kate would look over at me, while she was on screen, that's your girlfriend, dude. I'm just
listen.
They made her a baddie in this movie. I can't help it.
She's always a baddie.
I was gonna say, I like how that implies to you she's not always. But yeah, I will say, that's where they have a slow motion bit.
Oh yeah,
Man,
it looks like they fell in love.
Oh yeah, and then just literally
it's a great fake out, but also on the topic of the slow-mos in the film, they never really landed for me whenever they slowed down so Mario could say Mamma Mia or Wahoo. I hated that. You don't have to slow down.
It did get a little bit old. I mean, the one where he was like, "It's a me." that one was funny.
Yeah, first or second time, whatever.
But then
you get towards the end of the film, they're still doing it. I'm like, man.
I was gonna say, there was like one part at the end, which we'll get to near the end, where I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Mario and Peach run towards the. Well, before that, Peach is like discussing, like, oh, I'm going to the Jungle Kingdom to get the Kong army to help us defend from Bowser. And then that's when Mario and Peach run towards each other. Peach grabs Mario and slams him down. I'm like, damn.
But
Like, okay, girl.
the way she slams him down reminded me of after Patrick drops the heavy box on Man Ray for like the first time, he starts slamming him back and forth. That's what I thought she was gonna do to Mario after the first one.
God.
Okay. So then they.
Sorry, I just remembered as well. There's that Toad that essentially takes the role of Toadsworth, and it makes me sad.
Oh yeah.
That was the one thing I didn't like.
I
That was
want
the one thing I didn't like about the movie.
Like, I made a joke about this in my Super Princess Peach review, like, which Allie was also part of. She voiced Peach for that, and if you haven't seen it, go check that out.
Toadsworth is either dead or retired, and
But
either
yeah,
one makes
I was like, whatever happened to Toadsworth? He just... His last major, like, appearance, not counting any remakes or ports or anything, was, like, Mario Luigi Dream Team. They just, like... It's like they dropped him out of nowhere. But then again, they like introduced him out of nowhere too. Like, I mean, the first game he ever appeared in was Super Mario Sunshine. Like, he was just there on the plane with Peach and Mario.
Toadsworth kind of has his beginnings in Super Mario RPG, and also, then later in Paper Mario's, the original. But like those two games, he was a different character, and eventually that character morphed into Toadsworth. Come time for the GameCube.
Yeah,
So-
and then Toadsworth just seemingly faded out of existence.
I miss him every single day of my life.
Yeah.
He's retired. And he's voiced by Charles Martinet, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he is. No, boys, don't touch that stuff.
No, boys, don't touch that stuff. Man, the Super Mario Sunshine movie.
That'll be such a banger.
Yeah.
I mean, to introduce Bowser Jr., that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Don't explain how he was born, just have him show up.
Yeah.
So then they take Mario to the little training course, which I like how it was showed that it was like a big question mark block that just morphs into the training.
I love that, how it rises. The whole sequence of the training area being built and then going to where the question mark block comes out of the sea. That is just really nice to look at.
Yeah, and then Peach freaking goes through the course like it's nothing, and it was one of those goddamn girl moments.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mario does it first try.
Yay!
Because according to the blue puppet man on the internet, Mario should not start as a normal human being.
Oh yeah, he eats... She gives Mario the mushroom, and he's like, "Do I have to?" She shoves it down his mouth.
Yeah.
I just want to appreciate, it's a small thing, but I want to appreciate that Peach did all this badassery in her dress. I'm glad she didn't change into her biker suit
Yeah.
right away.
Oh, and she even did the little float at the end.
Yeah, so I'm happy they kept her in her dress. I was a little worried they were gonna pants her up right away.
Gets her up right away.
Pants her up.
That's a phrase that I wasn't expecting.
It was a fear of mine. I wanted to keep her dress on.
Yeah. So Mario spends time trying to get this, like, figure this course out, eating mushrooms, throwing it up. Peach is falling asleep to it, but he eventually gets it.
Yeah.
Or no, what was it?
Oh.
He like
He goes
He was
through
a
it.
fart away from doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not
he like
cool.
he like almost hits the flagpole.
He goes through pretty much all of it after Peach wakes
What
up.
what happened? Was it the piranha plant that got him?
Yes.
Yeah. And
But my favorite part of the training montage is like just seeing Mario actually go through it is fun, and it's funny how they even reference Smash Brothers by having him punch through the Bowser cardboard cutout, or well, wooden plank actually, by using an animation that's like his forward air.
Oh yeah.
I saw that. I was like, oh, that's cute. And I think even Donkey Kong uses a couple of his Smash Brothers moves later, but
Yeah. We shall get to that part.
yeah.
But yeah, Peach was all like, "Oh, you did. You were close.
You were close.
You were close."
Oh wow, wonderful. When do we get in the Pokemon Snap movie?
Yo.
That would be awesome. But yeah, I forgot what scene comes out. Like, I get the scenes mixed up a little bit. Like, doesn't it go back? It goes back to Bowser, doesn't it?
I think it goes back to Bowser. Yeah.
I think so. Is that when they show the Shy Guys pulling up to his crib?
No. If it is, that means we first see Luigi.
I think.
Wait, does it just cut to Bowser, and that's when the Bowser's Fury music starts playing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was. I really liked how they used it, and they like showed like
Yeah.
they showed like a Koopa rock band, like a punk.
Yeah. A heavy metal,
Yeah.
like a screamer band almost. But something that I loved about that is the fact that one, it was even Bowser's Fury music to begin with, and two, you know, that game is only what, like 2 years old. So that means, you know, with how long this movie's been in production for, that means they got the music for Bowser's Fury and were probably just like, all right, here, use this in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That song's a banger though.
It's true. That's probably also why it's one of the only 2 songs from a game that wasn't that didn't have
like
like
ripped
a
from a
cinematic
game.
rendition to it. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that actually makes
It
sense.
fits the scene pretty well too.
That's true.
Yeah.
It fits really well. Also, was there any doubt of Bowser being the best written character? I did not think so.
I love him so much.
He was-
Jack Black-
Oh my God.
And Jack Black did the role really well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bowser being funny as hell is what I've come to expect from Mario games just generally, because, you know, even outside of the spin-offs where he gets to talk more, even in the mainline games, his dialogue can be pretty funny a lot of the time.
He's a
Oh.
goofy little man.
He's the best written character in Mario.
Yeah.
And even in the movie, it stands true. Like, every time he's on screen, it's inevitable that you're going to laugh at something. I learned that in the theater, both myself and also the other people in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, his character was a lot of fun. But let's see. So after that scene, I'm trying to remember. Like I said, I get the scenes mixed up. It just goes between all three, like Mario, Luigi, and then
yeah.
like I know there was the scene where Mario or Luigi gets
Yeah.
Luigi
I
gets
think that-
taken away, and then it shows the flashback of Baby Mario and Baby Luigi.
That
And they
was
look-
so cute.
Yeah, it's so adorable.
Yeah,
I love how they look exactly like how they do.
Yeah,
in
I was
the game.
happy to see Baby Mario and Baby Luigi in it. It was
Yeah. I was very pleasantly surprised to see that they looked like how they do in the games, being the only 2 characters that do. because they didn't have a design change; they just existed.
Yeah.
And if there was audio, they probably would have been voiced by Charles Martinet, but there wasn't voices for it. It was just music.
Let's see. I think then it cuts to like the part where Mario and Peach are going through the.
Wait, doesn't
the
it?
land.
I don't remember what happens.
Yeah, I know.
I forget which scene comes first. I just know that at some point, you know, she's giving a whole speech to the Toads, and they ask, "Who's he?"
Oh yeah. He's like, nobody important.
And they're all just like,
important.
okay.
He's not important. I was like, I was expecting Mario to make some comment like, "Are you kidding? Are you seriously?" Like, that was mean.
No, I mean it's true. In terms of like what she's planning to do for the Mushroom Kingdom and going to stop Bowser, he's not important in that.
He's not he's tagging along because he has his own beef.
Yeah, and then speaking of tagging along, Toad shows up and she's like, "Yeah, come on."
Yeah, Toad shows up and fears nothing. Captain Toad, best character. Can't wait for the Captain Toad movie where they also introduce Toadette. Honestly, probably
I would love to see her.
I honestly feel like if there was something Captain Toad related, and if they were to introduce Toadette, it wouldn't be a movie, but more so like something on a streaming service. Upsetting,
Yeah.
But it would be like a series, and honestly, that works.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that because that works. I feel like Captain Toad works a bit more as like a fun animated series rather than a full-on movie. Because there's not as much you can do.
So they go through all the different places like Bob-omb Battlefield, Toast Arena.
Oh yeah, I've seen Toast Arena.
And then they get to the Fireflower Fields. I think that's where that scene.
They get to that later because it transitions through a bunch of scenes. You see, I think Mario's carrying an apple through Yoshi's Island.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, it cuts to them getting to the top of that mountain.
Right, yeah. And they're like looking at the view, and he's like, "Mamma mia!"
I think after that, it cuts back to Bowser and Luigi actually there now.
Or I think, no. I think this is when he sings the #1 hit song,
Oh yeah.
the Peaches song.
Oh yeah, and he gets interrupted by Kamek. In that same scene, that's when Luigi gets brought in.
But we gotta talk about the Peaches song since we're here.
Absolute banger.
I mean, ever since I heard Bowser was gonna sing a song, I was like thinking, okay, I'm excited to hear this. I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know what it was gonna be. Nobody, my friend told me, yeah, Bowser has a song, and I was like, oh, I heard. And they said, you're gonna love it, and I was like, what is he, like a villain song? And I go to see the movie,
and it's
not
just
all what I was expecting.
It's just peaches.
A beautiful love ballad.
It's stuck. This song's been stuck in my head since last night. It's all over TikTok.
Jack Black wrote the lyrics. That's why it's hilarious.
Yeah. I remember.
The fact that it had us laughing from the get-go because it just goes, "This one is for my one and only true love, Princess Peach."
Yeah, and then it shows all those shots of Princess.
So cute.
They had to make her so damn attractive in those shots, especially that last one where her lips are out. Like, guys, come on! You can't do this. I mean,
yeah, I love the lyrics that are just, "Peach, you're so cool, and with my star, we're gonna rule."
And then peaches,
so
peaches,
cute and
peaches,
corny.
peaches, peaches. I love you.
Oh my god.
I remember I was telling Kate about that too. I was like, Jack Black is singing the song as Bowser, and when the song ends, she's like, "You were all hyped up for that?"
Yeah. It's hilarious.
But then Kamek interrupts, and then he's all like, "All right, jam with me."
Yeah.
And then
I like how it's now canon. Bowser can play piano.
Yep. I remember when when there was that one TV spot that showed him. That showed him at the piano with Kamek. I remember I had one friend who was hoping that he would play it's like during the final battle, what have you, that like Kamek would be playing the piano, and it would be like a rendition of the final battle theme from Super Mario 64, because that's like an organ, and I was like, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was expecting. No, we got something arguably better.
Yeah. So he tells, like, Kamek tells him about, like, oh, there's a human in the Mushroom Kingdom training with the princess, and he's like, find out more. And then I think that's when it cuts back to the Fire Flower Field.
Yes.
I love how he smashed Kamek's fingers into the piano, and he's like, "No, the pain will help you learn."
He's like,
Yeah.
he was like, "Can you lift it up for me?" He's like, "No, not yet."
Can I lift it up? No. Yeah, because at that point does he talk to Luigi after the fire field? I don't freaking remember.
Yeah, I want to say it's when like, I know the Fire Flower Field, like, that scene was really nice, and then, like, that's where Peach gives her backstory about how she rolled up to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was so cute.
it was cute. Very cute origin story.
Yeah, I like how she just picked up a fire flower just so she could start a campfire.
Yeah.
I can't believe she never used that power up ever again. It was just to do the campfire.
Just to be cool to start a fire, I guess.
Yeah. So I know the campfire scene ends with, like, Mario and Peach, like, kind of bonding and all that, and Toad's, like, playing the flute.
Yep.
And I want to say that's when Bowser was, like, interrogating Luigi.
That scene is great. Poor Luigi.
And
I love how the only thing Bowser even cares about is, like, it's just his jealousy. He's just like, do princesses find him attractive?
if they have good taste, and then
If they have good taste, they will.
and then he rips his mustache and
Poor Luigi.
no, that'd be funny if it was like, I saw a video where it was like someone took that clip and, like, replaced it with all different kinds of screams.
Yeah.
And, like, including the Mama Luigi scream, and then there's also this one scream that if you've ever seen Super Mario Bros. Z,
Oh yeah.
there's, like, this one scream that they use for Luigi that's freaking hilarious.
That just reminds me. Imagine if instead of having Charlie Day, wrong Charlie. But instead of having Charlie Day scream there, imagine if they cut to the Shy Guys watching. You hear the sound of the mustache get ripped off, and you just hear a Wilhelm scream.
That would have been funny.
A lesser movie would have done that.
But so then I think then like, he gets locked up in the cages, and then that's where the Luma shows up.
Yeah, Luma Lee. I love how Luma Lee had some of that, like, actual Luma noises as well.
Yeah, and he was
Cute.
talking about death and shit.
Yo, he must have just saw Puss in Boots too.
So then they get to the Jungle Kingdom,
Yeah.
the land of the Kongs.
It was a fun scene, driving around seeing them drive around that area.
Oh yeah, when it played Take On Me.
Yeah, it's a
It
fun.
was so good.
And it was like they were riding a roller coaster almost.
Mm-hmm. And then there's the bit with the jump, and it's like, oh, wait just a second. How'd they get in there? And then I was like, oh yeah, wait, paragliders exist in Mario Kart.
Oh yeah.
Because it does actually get you with making you think that they're just gonna fall, and the monkey mouth was not what they were aiming for.
So then they get to the
Cranky Kong and they talk.
They get to Cranky Kong.
Bruh.
Listen, Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong deserves better.
I
think the voice, honestly, is, aside from Seth Rogen, Cranky Kong's voice is like not what I was expecting, and he does a good job. I just don't think it fits the character as well.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, he sounded like Bernie Sanders to me.
He sounded like a crazy old man to me.
Like
he sounded more like a crazy old man rather than a cranky old man.
Yeah, I feel like his name should have been Crazy Kong at that point.
yeah, they should have made it. They should have made him sound like Lou Pickles from Rugrats.
Bruh.
He shouldn't sound like me. He should sound more.
I bet 15 coins that my son's gonna win.
You'll get my hobby if you.
But yeah, then they get to the
Is it called? I don't remember what it's called, but I'm just gonna call it the Kongaseum.
Yeah, Mario is like, all right, yeah, I'll challenge your son.
So they can get the Kong's army. That was the bet.
Yeah, it just immediately cut to Mario walking in, and Mario rolls up, and the man of the hour shows up.
They
God.
Honestly, they played the DK rap, at least a part of it. And you know what? It's a good scene. I liked hearing that song in a movie.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, we're making a diss track, which is a parody of the DK rap.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Whoops.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Bruh.
You forgot. But yeah.
I feel like DK was written perfectly because that's how I picture him, just a stupid man.
Yeah,
Stupid,
it's
arrogant
literally
man.
Seth Rogen. Even
Yeah, like, it's exactly what I pictured. I'm like, wow. he's
even
so
Kate
dumb.
was like, he's a douche. And I'm like, I see where you're coming from when you say you hate DK.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, a little known fact about us, the members of the podcast, we hate 75% of us hate DK.
Yeah.
The other
Majority
25% stands DK.
Very contrast difference.
Yeah.
But
Man, yeah, DK's an asshole, but
so that whole fight scene was good though. I mean, he starts beating the shit out of Mario.
does that the whole fight. Yeah,
Mario gets the
power-ups.
mini mushroom.
Yeah,
He was so small.
he was tiny.
Honestly,
I honestly, the mini mushroom makes sense, but it also would have been funny if it was a poison mushroom as well.
Yeah, he gets flicked and then he grows back. Gets beat up some more. Then he gets the cat power up.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen laughs. Oh yeah, he did the Seth Rogen laugh when he was tiny, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so he gets the cat power up, and then he starts laughing. He's all like, and then he goes, "Now you die." But the trailer makes you, or that trailer that had that makes you think he gets punched, but he actually don't.
It wasn't until I saw the movie and saw him get the super bell that I was like, wait, he's gonna have cat-like reflexes. That's what this is gonna be.
Yeah, he pretty much dodges all his attacks, and then that's when he starts beating the shit out of DK, scratches his face, and I was like, yeah, that's what we like to see.
Cats over DK. What can I say?
I was like,
I like.
I was thinking about you, Allie, in this scene because I was thinking it's DK getting his ass whooped by a cat. You love cats and hate DK, so I mean, I imagine you gotta be cheering.
It was the most satisfying scene ever.
What I liked about the scene as well, after Donkey Kong gets beat up, you hear the game over theme.
Yeah, the da da da.
Sorry, that's the start of.
That's when you start the game.
Which is, it's just a fun little detail.
But Mario does what none of us would have done in that situation and makes sure he doesn't fall.
I respect that.
Mario's a good little man.
Yeah, he is. And then afterwards they're all like chilling. Mario has like an ice pack. The DK's all like, I just let you win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Peach says, you don't know when to quit because this is a line that will come back later and will be important.
Okay, so then they go. I think then after that is when they go get carts and everything.
The whole Mario Kart moment.
Yeah, the Mario Kart 8 music kicks in and it's freaking glorious.
Wait, no. Because before they actually get the carts ready, it cuts back to Bowser and Kamek playing. Because Bowser's getting ready to
Yeah.
propose to Peach.
Like,
So Grandis is on Kamek dressed up as Peach,
Yes.
which is a fun little reference.
Oh my
to
god,
music.
I laughed so hard at that scene because I remember when I was at work, I was listening to Allie's stream of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It was the last part, and I remember putting in chat. I was like, "You think Bowser role plays with Kamek?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, he does! He actually role plays with Kamek."
Yeah.
Good for him.
I love the part where he's like getting his army all hyped up. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do this and that. And then he's like, then I'm gonna have a fairy tale wedding. And everyone's like, what?
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, like when he's like facing the screen saying, "Will you marry me?" and all that. It was almost like he was like looking at the viewer. So I imagine that was another part I was thinking of Allie. I was like, Allie's got to be like crying right now. Yes, Bowser.
I was. I think I tapped on Crocs' shoulder and I was like, I'd say yes.
Oh my god. But yeah, I loved that scene, and that's when... Is that when the blue-shelled Koopa comes in and informs him that they are planning on taking the shortcut? So then they ambush them at the shortcut.
Yeah.
Then it cuts to them in the carts, I think.
Yeah.
And it's playing the music.
I like how I'm remembering scenes. I've seen this movie once, and it was before you three. I'm remembering a bit more as we talk more about it.
Yeah.
Y'all jogging my memory, and my memory's not that good.
So they select the carts. It's almost like playing the game.
Yeah, I mean they even have the little slot machine that has each of the different car parts.
And then Peach gets that biker outfit on.
And for some reason, even though it was just playing Mario Kart 8 music, for some odd reason they decided to play Thunderstruck.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could get that one. Especially because I don't get it.
Yeah, that was one of the ones where I'm like, okay.
But then then it goes back to it plays the Rainbow Road music at some point.
Oh yeah, it shows them driving, and I remember I saw a tweet where someone said they bought a second ticket to watch the movie again just so they could get a shot. There's like one shot of Peach riding her bike where you can you can see her ass.
Put that thing away. There are children here.
Someone said
There
that.
was during the when they were on Rainbow Road. I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but there's like a shot where it looks just like her Mario Kart 8 render. Like
Yeah.
the lighting and her posing and everything, it looks just like her render, and I was like, that was so cool. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, but there was like one particular angle. This was before they got on the Rainbow Road, and it was like someone bought a ticket just so they could record that.
Anyway, they get to Rainbow Road after getting. I think they get ambushed as soon as they get onto Rainbow Road.
I think
pretty soon after.
No,
Yeah,
it was
a little bit after.
Yeah, it was. This was when like Mario and Peach were talking. Like, oh, she was like, do you have stuff like this in your world? He was like, no, we never drive on rainbows. It's just
Yeah.
like, next thing you're gonna tell me is turtles aren't evil. He's like, yeah, we actually keep them as pets.
and
That
then
was
Donkey
cute.
Kong, Donkey Kong says, "Is this your idea?" of
Donkey
flirting?"
ass.
And after that, he has a good old classic Seth Rogen laugh, and everyone in my theater laughed at that because, bro, please.
He ruined the romantic moment. That's another thing on the list of why I hate DK.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they get ambushed after that.
Yeah.
And then it's that whole scene where Mario's cart gets destroyed. He manages to jump on another cart. And then he's avoiding the spiny troopa.
The whole Mario Kart Rainbow Road section was just so good. It was very
Yeah, it
entertaining
was-
to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and like I kind of wish they played more of the Rainbow Road music throughout that. Like
yeah.
I mean, they played the SNES Rainbow Road music when they landed on the road.
They
I
could
was
have
kind
did
of
like a badass remix of like multiple of them.
yeah,
True.
I was kind of hoping they would do like that one motif, that one iconic motif from the Mario Kart 64.
Oh yeah. I mean, part of me really wanted them to play Double Dash's Rainbow Road just because of that one video of it's called a road, it's called a Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
It is a road that you go. It's a road that you go when you die.
Oh yeah, that was I remember.
It's a
I remember
road.
I made a YouTube poop back when I first started doing YouTube, and I used that video in some of it.
Yeah.
It was
The
kind of
lyric,
dumb.
It's a road, the Rainbow Road. It's a road. Oh wait, no. One of the lyrics is it's got Princess
It's
Peach
a Speech Mario and a
Oh,
Toad.
It really did.
Yeah, and then
Man,
and Donkey Kong.
listen, we
Unfortunately,
don't have to talk about the monkey.
Peach should have just
monkey
lured
had-
them off of to drive off of Rainbow Road.
No, because if that happened, then both Mario
Then
and
Bowser
Donkey
would be
Kong
coming.
die. And also that.
But okay. So then Mario was able to survive getting attacked. He hops
Yeah.
on with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong launches the barrel,
Yeah, I
the
like
rocket
how,
at him.
I like how then after that the Koopa becomes a blue shell and literally breaks part of Rainbow Road.
That part
Was-
was crazy.
Was this before or after Toad fell and then Peach caught him?
Oh, Toad fell and Peach catches him before Mario fully escapes the man.
Yeah. So yeah, they get blue shelled, and then Mario and Donkey Kong fall, get eaten by the eel.
Yeah, it's fun that showed up as well.
Wait, before they got eaten, there was a part where like DK was like drowning, and I grabbed Fox's arm and like, yes, DK's dying.
I was like, don't save him, Mario. Let him die.
Let it die, let it die, let
See,
it
if
shrivel
Mar-
up.
See, if Mario didn't go for Donkey Kong, he wouldn't have gotten forwarded by the eel.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then the Kongs get captured. Everyone else gets captured, and they get put in the cages. And then the Luma's all like, fresh meat for the grinder.
Fresh meat for the grinder.
That poor Penguin King. He's had enough.
Yeah.
Is it,
I wonder
Donkey Kong, dare I say, deserves to be there.
Let's see, and then I think after that is when they drive back to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, all the Toads evacuate except for good old Captain Toad. He survives. And what's it called? Yeah, during that scene, like, it's just Peach and that Toad. And
Driving around saying, Bowser is coming!
yeah, I tapped my brother on the shoulder and I go, the British are coming! The British are coming!
Bruh.
Peach, pull the Paul Revere!
I like how that was a lot of people were memeing that line, the Bowser is coming.
Yeah. But what's it called? You have... Because during that same scene, you know, Bowser's castle descends, and that's when he asks her to marry him, and she reluctantly says yes, due to what Kamek does to Toad.
Yeah, almost crushed him.
Yep, and then after they walk into the castle, it cuts to Mario and DK inside of the belly of the eel.
Yeah.
They have their little intimate moment.
I mean, they kind of just hate each other the whole scene.
He's like,
and
my dad
that
thinks I'm a
escalates.
joke. My dad thinks I'm a joke too. Well, your dad's right. Like, damn.
Okay, last time we tried to cheer you up.
DK was a
Yeah.
douchebag in that.
He was, but yeah, you know, you have that. DK seems to be based on how he is in the Mario versus DK games.
Yeah. They
Oh, were
they
they
do
act-
have that. They do have that whole rivalry.
Yep. But shoot, what's it called? Yeah, they escape through the eel because the argument / conversation escalates to a point where Donkey Kong punches it a bunch, and then they realize they can use the barrel rocket, which is pulled straight out of what, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns, I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that barrel rocket has a very similar design to the one in that game, I think. But they escape the eel and survive. That takes them to the Mushroom Kingdom, where they see that the Koopas, the Troopas, the princes and the others. That's when they team up legitimately this time to take down all of the Bowser minions that are around the Mushroom Kingdom.
And then when does it cut to the wedding ceremonies?
That's after Mario gets the Tanuki suit and starts flying up there with DK.
Okay, so so this is when they get the mushroom and the fire flower.
Yep.
Fire flower. DK gets the fire flower, and then that's when Ally shouts "Ew."
Yeah.
Can't
I
wait
cli-
for the next Mario game where DK has a fire flower.
Fire DK was terrifying. That's my.
Yeah, I clipped that part when you were reacting to the trailer where you're like, "Ew, fire Donkey Kong."
It was nasty.
I love how the thing that was trending on Twitter when that was revealed was fire DK, and it was the world was healing for a minute.
Yeah, let's fire Donkey Kong.
Exactly. That's what the world needs.
Mhm.
So I think then it cuts to the wedding.
Yes, it cuts
And
to the wedding.
Yeah, King
And-
Bob-omb's there, King Boo.
Thank you. I mean, King Boo looks pretty funny in the movie, but you know, give him a different crown. It corrupts him, makes him look more like he does in the Luigi's Mansion series, and we're all good.
And make him voiced by Samuel Jackson.
Or honestly, thinking about it more, I kind of want him to be voiced by Willem Dafoe.
Or that.
The like, Green Goblin sounding ass King Boo sounds perfect to me.
Oh yeah, by the way, Peach's wedding dress.
She was so pretty.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
the one from Odyssey.
It's
like
a little. I think it's a little bit different than the one from Odyssey.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it blends into pink at the bottom.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think her hair's her hair's down in this one. I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, wait, hold on.
Did she have the choker too? Or
I don't remember.
What do you mean by her hair was down? Oh,
Like, it
as in
wasn't
wasn't
in a
a ponytail.
ponytail.
in Odyssey,
Thank
her
you.
hair was kind of up.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, Toad gives her a bouquet. And I remember seeing this, I was thinking, okay, I know Toad put something in that bouquet.
Well, yeah.
her to use.
I mean, after how she reacts to it.
Yeah. But I
Oh.
did not expect it to be a freaking ice flower where she pretty much turns into Elsa.
That was insane. She was going
that-
crazy.
Actually, yeah, that is the first time.
I was gonna
that
say-
Peaches had an ice flower.
I feel like a lot of people were thinking Elsa. I think I even heard one little girl in the back like, go, she's just like Elsa!
I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't put two and two together in that aspect. That's not what I was thinking at all. I was like, oh wow, this is the first time she's had an ice flower that I can think of. Because
Death
what
Ba-
the ice flowers were in Galaxy and the new Super Mario Bros. Games, and that's it. I want
I
to say.
think so.
I would like to commission Death Battle to make Fire DK versus Ice Peach and make Ice Peach win.
Yes.
Well, for $9.99.99.
Okay. Alright, so
For 10 easy payments of $9.99.99, you can have anything happen on Death Battle.
they were able. So, oh yeah, all the prisoners were being sacrificed.
For the wedding, yes, because that's
And
how you do a wedding.
Luigi
Yeah.
almost gets dumped in
Luigi
the lava.
almost
Crispy.
dies. What I love about that scene is, like, you know, first Peach stops it from going all the way down, which freezes them just before entering the lava, and then just barely Luigi gets saved by, is it DK that stops it from going all the way down and
Yeah.
pulls the chains back up?
Yeah. And then
What I love about
Mario.
that scene, what I love about that scene isn't the fact that Luigi is like scrunched up against the top of the cage. It's instead the fact that that Luma Lee goes, "Oh,
Yeah. I think it goes boo.
boo." That's what it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, but that whole scene where Mario and DK were like fighting all the enemies trying to make it to the top, it was pretty good. And then he pulls out the Tanuki suit.
Yeah, he has the Tanuki suit and flies. Like, Luigi falls out of the cage because it's completely broken.
Yeah, and then
And-
Luigi, and then Mario saves Luigi.
It
Yeah,
was beautiful when they reunited. It was so cute.
yeah.
And then
well,
Bowser's like had it and launches the Bonsai Bill.
Yeah, we completely forgot to mention this, but Bowser was what was Bowser doing? He immediately got frozen by Peach with the ice flower, and was just kind of an ice cube for a while until he saw Mario.
Yeah, and then he summons the Bonsai Bill to launch at the castle, which I don't know if a lot of people. I have never really heard anyone say anything about this, but that I'm pretty sure is a reference to Super Smash Bros. Melee, like the Peach's Castle stage.
absolutely, yes.
Mhm.
That's what
Like-
I first thought.
Yeah, like I don't think Game Explain even said anything about it. Like they did a whole video of all kinds of Easter eggs, and I
Yeah.
mean, it's
A Bonsai Bill hitting Peach's castle, the only time that's happened is the Melee stage.
yeah, that's the only time it's ever happened. Like,
But there's also just the fact that I remember when he calls for that, I hear my brother say, "Oh, he's just gonna nuke Peach's castle."
you know, it's just gonna drill into the castle wall, stop, and then explode, and then I mean the castle will still be intact.
Maybe. But yeah, I find it interesting how, you know, The Bonsai Bill just seems like it doesn't have a mind of its own, but then
And then Mario hits it in the eye.
Yeah.
And it
He was
gets
like-
so mad.
He's like, oh!
And then the biggest surprise, because they did not show any of it in the trailer, which is good because they showed pretty much everything else from the movie in the trailer, in the trailers and TV spots. The one thing they never showed was, the Bonsai Bill enters into the pipe that Mario came out of at the start of the movie. And the explosion causes not just Mario to get sucked through the pipe, but soon after him, Bowser's entire castle and everyone who is on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it just cuts to Brooklyn, I'm like, and then it just cuts to Mario there.
Mario
then-
is missing.
And then four-man Spike almost runs him over, and he's like, Mario, you almost dented my car!
Yep.
Priorities.
And then...
Yeah.
Bowser's castle rolls up.
The Power Star falls out, and instead of, doing the reasonable and smart thing, instead of Bowser doing the smart thing of using the star to kill Mario, he instead chooses to beat him up without it.
Yeah.
It's all about that anger. You don't think straight.
Yeah, then Mario goes into the pizzeria.
He gets punched into the pizzeria.
He
And
got
then
beat up so bad.
Yeah.
He's in there recovering. Bowser's being held off by DK and
Godzilla versus Kong.
yeah, quite very much.
I can't help but feel bad for Bowser in that scene because he's like, I was finally gonna be happy for once. Now I'm gonna make you miserable just like me. And I'm like, no, don't. Why are you so sad? What happened to you?
Poor Squidward.
Okay, then the commercial is seen on the TV. Like, it's kind of cutting out and saying, and it's repeating the line "Save Brooklyn" and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah.
Mario gets back up.
Yeah, and then
Bowser's like, "You don't know
Oh.
when to quit, do you?"
yeah, he doesn't. He's heard that one before.
I love that about him.
Yeah, and what's it called? If I recall, Kamek has the Power Star held with his wand, and then, like, Peach escapes the two Koopas that are holding her. Basically, if I recall, hits Kamek in some way or another, which causes the Power Star to land past Mario and Bowser.
Yeah.
And Mario runs towards it because Peach tells him to, and Bowser starts running towards it as well, realizing he's not going to catch up to Mario, breathes fire. And then there's Luigi, who picks up a manhole cover and stops the fire from getting to Mario.
I almost cried at that scene.
I know that scene. That scene was amazing. And then
Everything will be okay as long as we're together. And they run for the Power Star together.
yeah,
and they both get-
Mario was gonna run for the Power Star, but then he takes Luigi with him, and then they get the star. The epic star music plays, and then they start beating the shit out of a bunch of enemies.
Up Bowser mainly. They beat up everybody.
They beat up all.
I really wish they beat up DK again.
They beat up some enemies that were like antagonizing Spike, and then and Luigi's like, "Oh, hey, Spike." He's
Luigi!
like, and then there's the part where Mario and Luigi were jumping past their parents.
Yep.
Then the piranha
They
plant.
were so proud.
Then the piranha plant eats them,
Like
but then
that.
Mario. But then
Yep.
they jump right out. And then they proceed to... They keep going, and then they proceed to beat the shit out of Bowser.
That they do. And, of course, I was expecting it the entire time as soon as they got the Power Star. The second to last blow for Bowser is they pick him up by the tail and swing him around
Yeah,
before throwing him.
The way they were going back and forth beating them kind of reminded me of, like, some of the Mario and Luigi Bros moves.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I would have loved it if Mario and Luigi like if Mario picked up a hammer, Luigi, he jumped off of Luigi's head and just did basically Chopper Bros. That would have been funny.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Or hell, even just something simple like Bounce Bros would have just been a cute nod to anything that wasn't the mainline games.
So yeah, so they do the so long gay Bowser swinging by the tail.
I was really hoping that Charles Martinet, good old Mario's dad, you could just hear him say "so long, gay Bowser" in the background.
So they throw him in the air by the tail. They jump up, they punch him in the face together, then they stomp down on him, and then and it was so freaking amazing.
Yeah, and then Star Power runs out. Bowser wakes up after being on the ground. And Peach shoves a mini mushroom into his mouth, and Bowser gets put in a jar.
I saw that jar.
When they shrunk him, I was like, are they going to put him in a jar?
They shrink him, I see the Toad holding the jar, and I was like,
and when they put him in the jar, I laughed my ass off. I was like, oh my god.
I wasn't laughing. I was just like, "Oh boy, Allie's gonna have a field day."
I was thinking, Allie and Prox were probably screaming at that.
Allie's gonna have a field day. Bowser's canonically been put into a jar.
That's my jar.
So yeah, they pretty much say, "Let's hear it from the Super Mario Bros." Everyone's happy, and then.
Hooray for SpongeBob! Oh, sorry, wrong movie.
And then I think that's when it cuts to them in the Mushroom Kingdom, where it plays Mr. Blue Sky.
Of course it had to play Mr. Blue Sky because it's a Chris Pratt movie, Guardians of the Galaxy had him with that song as well.
It was a cute moment. I like seeing them wake up and, do their morning thing, and then they walk out into the Mushroom Kingdom. It was cute.
Yeah, it's a fun subversion of expectations.
And then it cuts to the Luma being creepy as hell, but then pulls out a saxophone.
Yep.
Starts vibing.
Dude, the credits... My friend described the credits perfectly. It's like those old YouTube mashups that you would see in the early 2010s where they would just put a bunch of different Mario songs together.
Yeah.
That's what the credits are.
I was so happy to hear Galaxy music.
Oh yeah, Gusty Garden Galaxy.
Yes, yeah.
And
the credits were fun. The mid-credit scene with Bowser singing.
Oh yeah,
the second verse of Peaches is hilarious.
Yeah, there was before that. It actually they mentioned Satoru Iwata, which I was pretty happy to see.
Yeah.
But yeah,
his name in the credits was just really.
Yeah, I was thinking Bowser's playing the piano. I was like, oh, did they put a piano in the jar? But I was gonna say he's in a cage. They should have kept him in the jar. That would have been funny.
I really hope that for the Mario movie too, if King Boo is an antagonist, then keep Bowser in the jar or the bird cage for that movie, and just have him be like a gremlin that exists in the movie.
God.
But
he's just trying to barter with King Boo whenever King Boo is in the same room as him, he's trying to barter with him, being like, "You gotta bring me back to speed, please."
But yeah, then after
just make him like Plankton. Make him funny as hell like Plankton. That's what I want to see Bowser in the next movie.
So after the post-credit, or after all the credits, it cuts to the sewers again, and there is a Yoshi egg, which was seen in the wedding scene, and the Yoshi egg opens and cuts to black, and you hear Yoshi. I will say, I don't
know what the setup for that is.
I
think they could have done, a lot more rather than just Yoshi, who was just in the background of this movie, oh, he's gonna be
Yeah,
in the next
it-
one.
Yeah, it was a little underwhelming for a post-credit scene. Like, I thought the Sonic post-credit scenes were a lot better.
I'm not even that big of a Sonic fan, but even I could admit that Sonic 2 had a far better post-credits.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which
Um,
Sonic 3 comes out next year, like in December, so I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see like a 6-year-old child get shot on the big screen.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
But yeah, I was kind of hoping they would show like Rosalina or Wario and Waluigi.
yeah.
I expected Rosalina because, they put the Galaxy music in there. They had the
I-
Luma.
I would have loved Wario and Waluigi
I will-
only because you have the final battle that takes place in Brooklyn. So having like 2 more humans lining up for the pipe and setting them up as the villains, as rivals to Mario and Luigi, just feels like a more natural thing rather than just here's a Yoshi egg in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
I wonder. Yeah, I kind of hope Luma Lee has a bigger role in the sequel because Luma Lee was kind of just there,
Yeah, I mean they were a gag character.
and they just.
Yeah.
I mean, he was one of the Happy Meal toys, so people were speculating that he might have been like essential to the plot.
No.
Yeah, Happy Meal toys. That usually
Like,
has deep and
I
interesting
wanna-
lore to them.
It makes me like. It's like I kind of want to see like Rosalina in the next film and like interacting with the Luma Lee, see like how how that interaction would go.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I never took stock in that theory from McDonald's because if that was the case, the Jurassic Park McDonald's toy that were used as promotion for The Lost World before the film came out, that means that we're gonna see all the dinosaurs that are in the toys for the McDonald's. No, no, you do not.
That's dumb.
McDonald's toys do not equate to anything important.
They do what looks most marketable.
True.
So yeah, that was the whole Mario movie. Which, by the way, I mean, hopefully, I should have probably said this before. Like, by the way, spoilers.
Let's just put it in the thumbnail and the title.
Yeah,
Spoiler
or like
review.
I'll just put it up on screen or something. Or
Yeah,
maybe
you could just put in the title "spoiler review" of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I'll probably put it
Yeah.
like a little timestamp, like spoilers begin here.
They kind of happened right away because of me. Oopsie.
Wait, wait.
Because I kind of just went all over the place because I immediately one of the first things I said was, "Yeah, King Boo's in the movie." He doesn't speak. He doesn't do anything. He's just
Yeah,
a
I'll-
background character that exists.
I'll just put spoiler review.
Yeah,
But
we never specified when it starts, and it just kind of happens.
But yeah, I got back in the car. I recorded a video. I didn't cry like I think I would have, but I mean, I was definitely.
I was crying in the theater. The movie was awful.
I cried.
I felt so distraught just having to watch the movie.
I was crying and shitting myself.
All right, listen. You don't got to describe your daily life when it comes to the movie.
Bruh.
Yeah,
That thing.
it was
children.
It was almost midnight when we got out of the theater,
Damn.
and
That theater.
yeah, I remember driving home. Actually, I was driving home, and I ended up missing the exit I needed to take, so I had to turn around.
Oh no. Also, this just reminds me when the movie came out, or just before the movie came out, when reviews started coming out. The way that the review from the Associated Press starts is great. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. but it is also, if I check the clock, Mario time.
Mario's.
It's it's a legit. It is a legit. It's actually how they start their review of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Banger.
I just realized Prox was probably asleep this whole time.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
that
way
was
too
his
late for
mistake.
him.
Yeah.
Old man Prox, trying his best.
Yeah. It's not his fault. He do be working 2 jobs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought he only had the one. I guess it's been a bit though.
Yeah, he has 2 jobs.
Yeah, I just
What's
have.
his second one?
He works at BK and then he has his normal office job.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
See, I have my job at a grocery store, and I do DoorDash on the side.
Oh.
And I just work at that. I just work as a janitor at that school.
Yay!
Thank-
Janitorial duties.
And then I do nothing. Yay.
You're a Twitch streamer. You have some source of income.
This is true.
That dude,
I play games.
Thankfully it's spring break for the kids at the school, so this week I don't gotta deal with anyone clogging toilets.
That's
See.
good.
Yeah. Oh, but something I don't think I've actually talked about here, at least not too much, but recently there's a couple friends that I had online that I realized, wait, y'all only live an hour drive away from me. So I've been meeting up with them fairly often.
Oh.
So it's been nice.
That's
It's been
very nice.
really nice having friends in person. It's completely different. But, it's the same bond. It's just we do different things because there's different stuff to do.
Yeah.
How far do
It's
you
real.
and Prox live from each other?
Me and Prox?
Yeah.
It's like a 10-hour drive
40
from me. Why do you ask?
Oh, like, yeah, we're. Yeah, I think from each other we're like. I don't know. Days apart? I don't know.
Wait, you live in the Texas Yeehaw land?
Yeah.
And both Allie and Prox, y'all live in New York?
Yep.
Okay, I figured I would at least ask with a question mark, because there's always the chance that you're a poor, unfortunate soul that lives in New Jersey.
Joycey.
But all right, calm down, Seth Rogen. Sorry, that was a bit rude, but the laugh was like vaguely like his.
Oh,
It got to me
God.
a bit. Hey Mario. But what's it called? If I were to drive to, I guess I'll just say New York City. Where is that on a map? Let me just type it in. No, wrong city. Oh yeah. Not on the bicycle. No.
On the bicycle.
I could bike to New York City in 87 hours. Was that the bike of 87?
The bike of 87.
But yes, it would take about a 13-hour drive. So I was close by saying 10 hours.
Oh.
I'm just gonna search
Meanwhile,
Wisconsin.
in Texas, what, like, roughly north, south, east, or west Texas?
Just put down Beaumont, because, I mean, I don't live in Beaumont, but it's the closest city to where I live.
I'm surprised I spelled that right. About a 22-hour drive.
Yeah, that's almost a freaking day.
23.
But I think
Yeah,
I'm...
you'd be driving for 23 hours, which
I was
means
gonna
you'd have to probably switch drivers to be safe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm probably closer to you than Allie and Prox.
Oh, yeah, that's for New York. You go for you going to New York, it'd take about a day. Meanwhile, if you were to go to the actual city that I live in, which I will not say out loud, for you, it would be about 16 hours, 17 actually, closer to 17 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm
Either way,
pretty,
it's far.
I'm pretty equidistant from Ben and also y'all too by car.
I was gonna say I didn't say the actual place I live at. I just said the city that it's close to.
Oh, that's the problem. If I say the city that it's close to, it's also there's not really. It's not Texas where there's like 4,000 big cities that I could list. As to which I live by, it's just, oh, you live in this city in Wisconsin? Or you live near this city in Wisconsin? Then you live there. That's how it is.
Doxing the stream.
Yeah.
Dox the streamer.
Yeah, it's what I kind of wanted to like the thing about where I live. It's I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna say it out here, but I remember someone made a funny joke about it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Like of how it got its name, which.
Oh, sorry. How towns get their name? That reminds me. There's Sheboygan, which is a place in Wisconsin.
Sheboygan.
And there's a lot of places in Wisconsin are Native American names. Because you got Sheboygan, Oconomowoc, Mugwanago. But as far as I'm aware, the story of how Sheboygan gets its name is there was a husband and a wife, and they he was trying to. They kept having kids. And it kept being boys, so he said she boy again. And that's supposedly how the name came to be for Sheboygan. That's just what I've heard. And if you ask people in Wisconsin, they would agree with that statement, so...
Oh my god.
I guess that's just the accepted story of the name.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. But... yeah, I mean, there's fun names in Wisconsin. You wouldn't, if you read them, I bet, unless you grew up in Wisconsin trying to read some of the names, it's like, I've tested it. Not many people are able to. It's a very fun game that I play sometimes.
Oh.
Where I have people try to read the names of places in Wisconsin. Oconomowoc always catches people off guard because there's so many O's and C's.
So many OCs.
Or as my brother pronounced it, my brother, bless his heart, he's like 97 years old at this point, mentally. But he turns 27 this year, or 26? 26.
Oh hey, that's what I turned this year.
You were born in 97.
Yay! I gotta get my own health insurance.
Rip you.
Damn.
But yeah, he when he first read out loud the word OCs, he read it as OCS, and my sister and I looked at him. And we're like, "What are you talking about?"
OCS? Don't you see it?
It's like it's. And we were trying to explain it to him. It's like, it's OCs, it's a plural.
Original characters.
It's original character. OC stands for original character. The S is just plural.
I like how when people use the term OCs, they refer to like fan-made characters that they themselves created. And it's like, but when you think of like characters from like video games and other media, it's like people don't. Technically, it is their OCs.
Every character in media is an OC.
Is an OC of someone.
Yeah.
Mario is Miyamoto's OC.
And then Bowser is just his Sona.
Doug Bowser claimed him Bowser as his OC.
Yeah. Then you have what's it called?
Reggie is his own OC.
Yeah, the Reginator is Reggie's OC, but he also feels just like a purple Pikmin, so Reggie has a Pikmin Sona somewhere. He definitely commissioned an artist at some point. If for some reason, Reggie, you ever see this clip in particular, please confirm or deny if you commissioned an artist for a Pikmin Sona, and if you haven't, you should do that. You should. I want to see Reggie as a purple Pikmin officially commissioned by Reggie himself.
Nice.
God.
The Regman.
Retirement money's well spent.
Exactly.
And
Dude,
they-
if I was retired, that's what I'm spending my
And they get
retirement on.
another Pikmin that looks. I'm not sure what kind of Pikmin he would be, but get another Pikmin that looks like Jeff Keighley.
Geoff Kylie! I think I got that from my brother with calling him Geoff Kylie. Fun fact about Jeff Keighley, though, he used to be on GameStop TV either before or while hosting the Game Awards. Like after already starting to, I forget.
I'd never even heard of him until the Game Awards.
You know, he was a regular part of GameStop TV, which was just the TV that played in every GameStop.
Power to the players.
Yeah, he was a regular host on GameStop TV, which is weird to think about because now you walk into a GameStop and instead of hearing people talk about the games before showing you the trailers, you just see the trailers on loop.
Yeah.
And oh boy, you spend enough time in enough GameStops, you remember those. You remember the trailers by heart. It's obnoxious.
I feel bad for the workers.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's the same thing in a grocery store.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Experience.
working at Walmart and listening to the freaking same announcements.
Yeah.
It was
Dude,
maddening.
I hate working on Mondays at the grocery store I work at because, you know, on Mondays it's cheap chicken Monday, and hearing that guy's god awful voice every goddamn time. Oh, it gets to you. The first time it's like, oh, that's a nice voice. It's inoffensive. It's fun. The 50th time you hear it, you want to throw a brick at the PA system.
I know that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like when I worked at Walmart, it was either like ads that played on the Walmart radio, or it was like the people over the intercom. I swear, it might be just the intercom making people sound annoying, but it's like they get the most annoying sounding people to do the intercom.
You know the funny thing? You know, I'm just a bagger, so I just bag groceries. The guy who did the voice for Cheap Chicken Monday was going through the lane that I was bagging for. I hear this man's voice. I hear it over the intercom, and that's when I made the click. I'm like, this is the same goddamn guy! I look at him, I'm like, it's you! You're the reason I suffer on Mondays.
You're the cheap.
I'm gonna put your chips in the same bag as the watermelon.
You can take
Screw you.
You can take your cheap chicken and shove it up your cheap ass.
Oh my god.
But yeah, let's see. But yeah, the announcers are annoying. It's like, attention Walmart shoppers. The time is now 11 o'clock. Please proceed to the registers where our cashiers are ready to serve you.
Yeah, that would have been during and post-COVID, because before COVID, they were open 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. I lived that.
Yeah.
I lived that pretty much. Like,
One of the few places that are still open 24 hours is Woodman's, which is a grocery store chain that I think is just in Wisconsin. But they're open 24 hours. Meijer used to be. I remember that.
yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Mario movie. It was good. If you know Mario, you'll like the movie. If you don't like Mario, you're probably
Yes.
a Rotten Tomatoes reviewer.
Yeah.
Mario movie was amazing, and like, I mean, I know some people aren't gonna like it, but some people. For one thing that's for certain is the Mario movie was for Mario fans first.
Yes. If
Yeah.
you're a fan of Mario, you're gonna enjoy them.
Because we all know behind the scenes, Miyamoto was whooping everyone's ass with every test screening show they showed. Because I know I'm gonna quote some meme, but there's one particular test screening they're watching. You know, Mario accidentally lets out a fart. Toad's over in the background flossing, hitting the gritty.
Worst
I
timeline.
will say my least favorite thing that will probably come of this movie is the fact that the plot exists, sure. There's not much to it, in all honesty, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just a fun
It's
movie.
a fun,
but
lighthearted movie.
my least favorite, and it fits with Mario games in general. Like, outside of the RPGs, Mario games don't really have much story going with them anyway. But my least favorite thing about this is the fact that there's going to be people that will use this movie to perpetuate the god awful idea that Miyamoto hates story. I hate you. I hate you. Kindly take your argument, shove it up your ass.
Oh my
It's
God.
false.
I know.
Wrong.
Mhm.
I know one person who is definitely who's definitely sick of it. That's Super Mario T.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah,
like,
I just-
like I remember I saw like one of his videos was like basically he's had it.
Yeah, it's just flat out wrong. Miyamoto doesn't hate story. If that was the case, Pikmin wouldn't exist the way that it does. Not only that, but he's also worked on Zelda. It's just like mainline Mario doesn't have as much story because that's not the type of game it is.
Yeah,
It's not a story-driven game.
exactly.
Meanwhile, with enough Mario movies, I'd love to see them incorporate some of the characters and storylines from the RPGs and spin-offs. I think that'd be a very fun thing to do for movies.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a very easy one that they could do would be Superstar Saga. That would be a very easy way to bring in concepts from the spin-offs, and while still keeping the main cast mainly the focus of the movie.
I mean, for crying out loud, the end of Superstar Saga, like, it shows it in a movie theater,
That's true.
the Yoshi Theater.
Yeah, Superstar Saga was built as a movie in game.
Yeah.
And I mean, and another weird example, I mean, there is at the end of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door where like Madame Flurry like basically puts on the play of their adventure.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that because Dupless uses his powers to be a stand-in for Mario, and I just love the idea. There was when I was playing through the game with friends. It's up on my channel, all of the videos for Thousand Year Door. And the guy who voiced Dupless, my good friend Sam, just goes, "You can't cancel me. I apologize publicly."
So it does make me wonder, Dupless can't, there's only one of him, so it's like, who's playing the other partners?
Maybe
Or-
he has some
or is
duplicate
this-
friends.
Or is this guy, or is it basically a guy playing, like, a flurry-only run or something?
That's a possibility. There's also the possibility, again, where he just has other Dupligos friends, because that's a whole race that doesn't exist outside of Paper Mario.
True. Alright.
Yeah. I think eventually bringing in aspects and characters and plot lines from the RPGs and other spin-offs would be fun, and would be the best thing to do.
Yeah,
I'd love personally, an end goal for me, I'd love a Super Paper Mario movie. And also, the day we're recording this, that game turns 16 years old today.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary.
Alright. So yeah, there are already talks about a sequel, and it's like with a movie like that and how well it's doing, it's like there's no way it's not gonna get a sequel.
Yeah.
That's how I was feeling about the Sonic movie. I was like, this movie's doing so well, it's so good. they haven't officially confirmed a sequel, but I know we're gonna get one.
That and there's the post-credit scene, and
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, I would say that's concrete proof of a sequel, but you as a Sly Cooper fan, Sly 4 ended with a post-credit scene. You have Sly waking up in ancient Egypt, being lost out there by himself, and we've never gotten a sequel.
Yeah.
Sly 4 is like 10 years old at this point, and that hurts a lot.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know there are movies out there that have cliffhangers, and it's just like they never end up getting resolved.
Like the original Mario Brothers movie.
Like Super Princess Peach.
That too, yeah. Yeah, the original Mario Brothers movie, doesn't it end with Mario saying, "I could see it"?
No, it's it's Daisy coming in, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "You're not gonna believe this."
Oh, right.
Yeah, it did. Yo, we should watch the live action movie together.
We should watch the original Super Mario Brothers movie, the actually good one,
The superior one.
the superior one. Oh, Bob Hoskins is the one who plays Mario, right?
Yeah, which rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah, and originally someone who was considered for the role was a guy who plays Woody. What's his face?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, thank you. He was originally going to do it, but they wanted him to do it, and he said no. So my other friends and I had this conversation. Was imagine if Tom Hanks said yes, and he was the one who died, and Bob Hoskins went on to get every Tom Hanks role.
Oh
so you
my
have
god!
Woody played by Bob Hoskins.
God.
In all 4 Toy Story movies, soon to be 5.
Oh, I forgot they're making a 5th one. Like, come on, stop now, Disney.
Look, honestly, I thought it was inevitable, especially after Lightyear. But the thing I'm just kind of dumbfounded by Disney, which congrats for you still finding ways to do that, Disney, is making a live-action remake of Moana before one for Frozen.
That was a very interesting decision.
They're doing Princess and the Frog, which, okay, that was like, how many years ago? It came out in 2007, I think. So that was...
That's another movie I haven't seen, but there's several.
That was like 15, 16 years ago or something. I'm like, okay, I was thinking that, I feel like that's a bit too soon, but fine. Moana is only, like, this year it would only been 7 years.
Yep.
Like, what?
Definitely doesn't need one.
7 or 8 years. Like, what the freak, man? I mean, at least they're getting The Rock and whoever plays Moana to play them in the live action, but...
Yeah, I mean, more... Dwayne The Rock Johnson, it kind of just was the perfect casting for Maui, just because you can very easily make him look like him if they ever remade it in live action.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
but
there is the Little Mermaid movie coming out, which that's going to be the next movie Kate.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next movie Kate and I go see, because I know
doesn't that come out on the 26th of May?
Yeah.
That's my friend's birthday. That's the only reason I know that.
Which she's excited for it.
I'm excited for that movie too.
I don't like what they did to Sebastian though.
My poor... I know Sebastian. That's like the only thing I know of the Little Mermaid. My poor boy.
He looks so goofy.
Everything like
sounds so weird.
The animated animal characters. I'm not particularly fond of. God forbid. I'm kind of nervous to see what Flotsam and Jetsam look like.
The thing I hate about like every movie minus Beauty and the Beast, it's like they go so hard with the hyper realism. Like you can still do live action, but still make it look animated, if that makes sense. Like, why you gotta go so hyper realistic? It kills the charm.
Yeah,
hyper realistic because We have technology.
Because creepypastas.
They were so
So-
preoccupied.
Hyper-realistic eyes.
They were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Yeah, but Melissa McCarthy as Ursula, good choice.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, Little Mermaid, very good part of the Mario movie. Loved that part. Played before the movie started. I like how we completely skipped over the Illumination logo.
Oh yeah, it was Mario Kart.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
cute.
It wasn't like what everyone predicted, where it was like minions dressed up as Mario and Luigi.
Singing the Mario theme.
Yeah.
But you know, it is interesting how they had the 3, 2, 1, like the beeps there, but then didn't have it for the actual Mario Kart scene in the movie.
Yeah. I mean that.
Instead, we got Thunderstruck.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
I think we've been going on for about 2 hours or so, but yeah, that was our discussion about the Super Mario Bros. Movie and other miscellaneous things.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Oh wait, sorry, wrong Jesus Day. He has risen. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He's alive again.
He rose for the Mario movie review.
Yes. Jesus was here in the room. Say a couple words, Jesus. I liked the Mario movie. Thank you, Jesus.
the Mario movie was God's gift, given to you by Nintendo, handled by Nintendo and Illumination.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was fun. It was fun talking to you guys about this, and I think this is a fun little thing to do, is discuss things for a couple hours, like a little podcast.
Yeah.
Imagine if we actually had a podcast, almost like the word cast has been in the name of this group
The Potty
since its
cast.
inception.
But yeah,
Podcast that never happens because we never go to the bathroom.
Bruh.
But yeah, guys, I hope all of you enjoyed listening to us, and maybe next time, whenever next time is, we'll bring you another video like this where Prox wakes up.
Imagine playing Sleepy Prox.
It's
over here.
it's Prox. Next video is gonna be Prox discussing the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prox is time to discuss the movie while we're all playing Mario Party or something.
Mm.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever your guys are doing, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for enjoying my podcast.